Anthropic just released Opus 5. Looking at the benchmarks, this should be at the performance of Fable 5, but only at half of the price. You can see Opus 5 actually beats Fable in a lot of these categories, so I decided to put it to the test. I tested Fable 5, Opus 5, and Opus 4.8 to see if I would actually notice a difference. So I made 4 different tests. A physics sandbox, a Tetris game, a Breakout game, and a creativity test where it would make a game about a raindrop. Same prompts, word for word. Same effort level, one shot, no help, and no retries. I froze the scoring model before any model ran, and I tracked every single token. So by the end, hopefully we'll have a winner and we will know what each one costs. This channel is where I build and test stuff with AI. Subscribe if that's your thing, and stay for the verdict, because the price sheet didn't prepare me for what these models actually cost me. This is the falling sand physics playground. This is what I will be scoring the build on. I'm gonna start by putting some sand, a lot of sand. Then we can put some plants and some oil. Then we try to light fire. I don't see any performance issues. All right, and I think for unprompted extras, like we have the brush size, which is nice. We have the pause button. We have the eraser, but other than that, it didn't really do anything beyond what we asked. So I would give this a 1, but still the A model did a very good job on this, I would say. Okay, let's try the B one. A little bit different layout here. We have the brush size. Oh, you can even have like a pixel for the cells. Right, so we can drop sand. The water works, oil, fire, ice, steam. Oh, the fire actually extinguishes this everything. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have any problems. Unprompted extras. Same here, we have the eraser. We have a pause button. I like that it added this kind of cell pixel feature. You can see the FPS here, which is kind of nice. I didn't saw that before. But yes, I still wouldn't say this didn't go like above and beyond, so I would give this a 1. So let's try sandbox number 3. I have sand. I have a brush size. We have the plant, which for some reason I cannot put in the water. But I can put it on the outside and it grows. Let's clear this and let's put some water and then let's put the ice, which we cannot. That's also weird, but you can put the ice close to the water. I don't know if the water is sinking or the ice is expanding. It seems that the ice is expanding, but by a little bit. Alright, so the overall scoring is A and B are tied and C have 1 point less, or I would say 8.5. But I want to pick a winner, so I'm just gonna go by a subjective kind of feel, which one I like more. And I think B is the winner for me, actually. Because this one is a little small, I would say. Yeah, I like B more. So, official winner tied, but I would still prefer B if I had to pick a winner. So, this one was actually Opus 4.8, and this one was Opus 5. And this one was Fable, which kind of surprised me because this one was the one I liked the least. But maybe that's just my personal opinion. Right, so we have Opus 4.8, Opus 5, and Fable 5. Alright, let's try Tetris. Looks alright. The controller seems to work well. Oh, messed that up. Maybe I'm not the best Tetris player. I don't like that there is no sound though. Kinda makes the game boring. The thing I liked with Tetris was mostly the sound. I used to play Tetris when I was a kid. Although, as you can see, maybe I wasn't that good at it. So that was A. Let's try B. Nice. It's a little slower than the previous one. That one is nice. Right. If I need to play test these, I need to have some Tetris music, to be honest. That's so much better. Yeah, so for the Tetris one, I played it for like half an hour or more, but I realized my spec sheet was kind of hard to test manually and it would take me very long to do. So I did about half on A and half on C, and then I had AI help me to score these, and the results is a tie between the different builds. So let me just show you again. This was A. This one was B. I think we can just score a winner based on the look and feel. And this was C. Honestly, for me personally, I don't know why, but C just gives me the feeling of like, I want to continue playing this. And I think this one was the one I played for the longest. So officially a tie, but for me, I would give it to C. Let's reveal these models. This one I honestly have no idea because the builds are so similar and they both scored very well. So I have A is 4.8. B is Fable. C is Opus. Alright, now it's time for the breakout test. This is the first one. And this one is gonna be judged about how good the game feels. And also the audio effects and any unprompted ideas. Oh, that was kind of nice. I like that the sound is like getting higher and higher for each combo. Yeah, that's nice. So on how good the game felt, I would give this one a 3, I think. Audiovisual craft, I would give this a 3, I think. It was really nice. Unprompted ideas, yeah, it's probably a 0, actually. I'm gonna give it a 1 because it had a scoring system, and that wasn't actually in the prompt. So yeah, total 7. Let's try B. Right, this is called Prison Break. Ooh, this one looks really nice. You see how the paddle is like gliding to the side, and also the arrow kind of gives it a nice feel. Yeah, this one is amazing. Oh, and we even have some like dropping. Nice. Wanna catch this? Wider. Okay, honestly, after playing number 2, I would give AI 2, because this one was definitely a 4. The audio visuals was a 3. I would give this a 2, because this one was just better. And unprompted ideas, like the ideas with the arrow wasn't there. It has a scoring. L. Lasers? Oh, okay, I can shoot lasers like this. God damn. Oh, shit. It had the lasers, it had the extra lives, it had the arrow scoring system. I'll give this like a 3. Maybe a 2, 2.5. I'm gonna put it here for now. Let's try number C, which is called Neon. Okay, the paddle definitely doesn't feel as smooth, and there's no arrow as we had on the other game. Oh, we do have some drops. I don't know what fire means. Oh, alright. Fire one is kind of nice. Audio-wise, I think this one is the least satisfying. I think I have to play number 1 again to compare. Let's try number 1 again. The feel in this one is better, and the audio sound is actually better as well. You can see like the gliding of the paddle is more smooth. Now I would give this one a 3 and then this one a 2. This one did have the drops and the scoring. I'm gonna give it a 2, but the audio gets a 1. Yeah, I expected B to be Opus 5, and I'm gonna show you why very soon. But this was Opus 5, and A was Fable, and C was Opus 4.8. This was kind of expected. Just to show you, here on the Breakout game, Opus used 358,000 tokens, while Fable and Opus used not nearly any of that. So if we compare the cost, this one was so much more expensive than the other ones. But you can clearly see it in the result as well. But this one was the best one. I don't know if it was this much better, but yes. Let's do the raindrop test. Let's start with raindrop A in the file. Okay. Oh. What? It kind of just moved me to the side without me doing anything. Yeah, okay, that was the whole game. Just move the raindrop. Honestly, not that impressed. I'm gonna give it a score. Originality, like a 1. Use of the theme, like use of the raindrop theme, yeah, guess I'm gonna give it a 2, and this one is 0. I got bored after 20 seconds, to be honest. Yeah, not very impressed with that one. I hope B is better. A long wind down. You're a small drop of rain born in a storm. Storm cloud. 200. Kind of the same concept, but you can see here we can float and we can dive as well, which we couldn't do. Whoa. Oh, it's dragging me towards the mouse. Or what? Yeah, you can kind of slow down by pressing up. We have some more stuff. We have umbrellas. Oh, okay, we have a C. Ah, okay, so you're trying to get as big as possible, and the wind is also dragging you in different directions. B, originality, I would say 1. I mean, both of them were basically the same concept. This one just did it better. So, use of the theme, I'm gonna put it wow. Let's put it the same. I think they had the same theme. This one, I would say slightly higher because it had umbrellas and stuff like that. And it also went to the sea. So maybe this one a 1, this one a 2. And after 2 minutes, I would give it a 1. Wasn't that fun. Okay, let's try the last one. Same concept. We are falling. We move the raindrop space. Whoa. This one is going way too fast. What the? Spread? What is the spread? I don't get it. Space hold. Beat up. Like the weirdest function. I mean, this one looks probably the best. Oh, split into multiple drops. That's nice, actually. Originality, I will give this one the highest because it had multiple themes. Also a 2 here. Or use of the theme. No, I think actually this one made it better because the raindrop split into multiple raindrops. But after 2 minutes, it was kind of fast. I'm gonna give it a 1 as well. I think if it was slower, it would have been more fun. So we have A 4.8. We have B, Fable 5, and C, Opus. My favorite was actually Opus 5 on every test. Kind of crazy. Let's look at the token usage for these different models. On the sandbox test, we can see that Opus was the highest one, and the Tetris, Fable was higher. And this one sticks out for me. The Breakout one was a massive difference. And even in the raindrop one, Opus used more tokens. So in total, Opus used a lot of tokens. Yeah, nearly double what Fable used and quadruple what Opus 4.8 used. Let's check out the time. Opus took the longest on 3 of them. On the Tetris one, Fable took a little bit longer. Let's check out the cost. So Fable was more expensive in 2 of the cases, even though Opus is half the API cost. Just because it used so many tokens, it actually ended up being more expensive. And Opus 5 crushed it, in my opinion. Did really well on every build, and it was my personal favorite. But we can see that Fable was more expensive here, and then Opus used more tokens, so it actually was more expensive on the Breakout and the Raindrop. So this is the final score, and we can see we clearly have a winner. Opus 4.8 and Fable almost tied, which is surprising to me. Opus 5 clearly came out ahead. If you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.